Can your potentials give you your desired results? Do you think your potentials are capable of getting you to where you really want to be? Well, I think it's a very, very interesting question, and I'll give you the answer. But follow me, I want to tell you a story. I have a friend who has a cleaning agency in Nigeria, and for a while he has told me about expanding his business, increasing the services they offer, and he wanted to add to the services industrial cleaning services, which would focus on cleaning of offices, factories, and houses. Over the period, we've talked extensively about it, and I've given him all the motivation I can possibly give, but he never really took a step in accomplishing it because I think he had the fear of the unknown. And so as recently as January, he had to travel out, and so he moved over to UK, and he has been there. He has been able to manage his business successfully over the period with the help of AI and human input. Fast forward to a few months down the line, my friend needs to get an apartment, and so he goes on looking for an apartment and finds one eventually in Newcastle. Now he was so busy that he couldn't inspect the property himself, and so he got a third party to help him do the inspection. The third party came back with positive reports about the property, and so he was convinced and made payments. A few days after making payments, he moves to Newcastle and arrives in Newcastle with his suitcase. Now, getting into the apartment was an eyesore, and it was so disorganized. It was nothing to write home about. It was so dirty that he told me he couldn't even put his suitcase on the ground. He had to put his suitcase on a table after cleaning the surface with one of his napkins that he could get out from his suitcase. Now, he got a cleaning agency to come inspect the property and then give him a total cost of what it would take to get the place sparkly and comfortable for him. They did their inspections and then gave him a bill that ran into hundreds of pounds, which was equivalent to £500,000 naira. As a true Nigerian man, he did not want to pay that money, and so he let them go and kept on with his grievance. He kept on being grieved. He was grieved for days, for about a day or so, maybe about 24 hours. He had to leave the house, and then he came back. And while he was on it, he realized that this is something that he has always wanted to do. And so he made research on which chemicals he could get around him and the ones that would be necessary. And so he got some chemicals and got a few basic equipment, and then he went into action. He began to clean, and in a few hours he was done. Now his friends came over and saw what he had done, and they were really impressed. They applauded him, gave him appraisals and all of that. All of a sudden, it dawned on him that this is the potential that he has always had inside of him, but was never deployed. That experience has gotten Mr. M on his way to expanding his business and opening a branch in the United Kingdom. Until you act on your potentials, it would never produce a result for you. Potentials do not produce results. It is actions that produces results. Likewise, the economy does not pay potentials. It only pays performance. So you need to get up, get into action, and start getting paid. If you've watched this video up until this point, I believe you have some thoughts, and so I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comment sections. I'll read your thoughts in the comment sections, and I'll also love you to like this video and share this video. My name is David Cashflow. I'll see you in a few scrolls.